Hello, world. We have to be sadly mistaken if we think that the same person, character, that created this life will be the same person to attract a different life. It doesn't work. It's not possible. The same person that created this life will not be the same person that creates or selects this new experience. It is not even possible. The same person that created this life was on a different timeline, on a different frequency, a different vibration. So, when we always talking about shifting states, shifting frequency. So, if you decide or declare that this is the life that I want to experience, then that same person that created this life is not going to be the same person that creates your new experience. Do we get that? Do we really get that? The same person that attracted all this mess. So you're saying the same person that attracted and created all the drama and stress in your life is going to be the same person that walks you right into wealth and abundance, happiness, joy, and love. You make that make sense to me and I'll sit down somewhere. But it's not. You can't have the same identity and experience a different situation per se. The same vibrational person will consistently experience and attract things on that vibrational level. So as you move that magnet, it's like a scale. Like the magnet is here and you attracted this. And as you move this magnet, you attract different things. But if you don't move the magnet, you're going to steady attract the same thing that's on that timeline per se. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to shift in identity. You do have to shift your state of being just to attract something different, more sustainable in your life. It's like what you sustain in your body, you attract more of. And we working from the inside out. What you sustain in your body, you attract more of. What you sustain in your nervous system, you attract more of. What you sustain in your subconscious, you attract more of. And what you keep, and if you keep it in flow, it grows. So let's say you sustain a feeling of doubt, worry, uncertainty. You sustain that. Every day you get up and you're thinking about it, you're worrying about it. And then it goes to what you keep, what you hold. When you hold to that, you keep it in flow. And then it's like what you can't sustain dissipates. So let's break all that down. What you hold in yourself to be true, you attract more of. You got that. It's like the same vibration that you hold, you attract more of. It doesn't have to be broken down. You got it. How you feeling every day, you attract more of that. And also, if you hold to that, you increase the flow of it. It grows. So let's say you're back to worrying, back to stressing, and you hold that, it just grows. It blows up. You know, wherever attention goes, energy goes, it's the same concept. Whatever you're thinking about so much, you give that energy, it blows up. And also to the point to where whatever you don't give attention to, whatever you don't sustain, dissipates. So whatever you don't focus on falls off. Okay. If you don't focus on it, don't give it energy, it falls off. Take that literally. And what you do give energy to, what you do focus on tends to grow and expand. So what do you want to grow and expand? Is the question. Is it the drama? Is that what you're holding in your frequency? Is it that stress? Is the worrying, anxiety? Is that what you're holding? Because it's gonna grow. You know, it's gonna grow. Remember we was talking about your brain is fertile soil. Yeah, it'll grow anything. The doubt, the happiness, the joy, the sadness, the wealth, the poverty, whatever you plant in this fertile soil, it don't matter. It's gonna grow it. So know that. You know, and what you can hold will eventually expand in your reality. So it's like, you know, if you can hold to that frequency of joy, happiness, abundance, and just know for certain that everything is working out in your favor, it might not show up the first day, but I guarantee you it is on the way. You hold to that frequency. It has happened to me several times. I wouldn't say several times, but it happens to me all the time. I hold to a frequency and don't expect nothing to go wrong. I don't expect it. It could, but I ain't expecting it. But I hold to a certain frequency to where it is pretty good. It's a pretty good return, I want to say. I push out, my return is great. You know, it's sort of like a give and go. You know, I'm going to give you what you give me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, you have to hold to, put it this way, if you can hold to a certain frequency, let's say, if you can hold to this feeling that everything is working out for me, and even when it I perceive it don't work out for me, it is working out for me. I've learned from it. If you can hold to that that frequency of being optimistic, just that simple, just that little frequency there, everything is working out for me. I am optimistic, and if you can hold to that and pay attention, you will start seeing examples. Boom, there's your momentum. You're going to be like, well, shit, it is working out for me. And then you taking it when you perceive it doesn't as feedback. It's that simple. Not like a problem, as feedback. Like, okay, that wasn't for me. Or maybe I need to work on something to make this more prominent or make this more evident in my reality. It's feedback. It's not a problem. It's not messing up. It's just feedback. Oh, I need to get this straight. Or I need to do this to maintain this frequency to attract this. It is a feedback loop. If it don't work, it's feedback. If it ain't happening yet, it's feedback. It's something maybe vibrational internally that is not connecting, you know? But it's not a problem. It's not failures, none of that. It's just feedback. As you grow, as you start to form to this or grow into this new person, it will be feedback. But some people take the feedback as failure. This shit is not working. This stuff is not working for me per se. I don't know about nobody else, but this stuff sucks. Well, they have taken it as failure. It don't work. And as opposed to me, somebody, I'd be like, okay, I'm learning. I gotta work on it. I gotta get it. Or it's something that I'm not doing right. And I went through that several times, Like, why isn't it working? Boom, go right back inside and say it. So you're like, let me check my internal frequency and see what's happening. Or is it that I don't believe? Or is it that I'm uncertain? Or I'm saying I believe but really don't? Or do I have this dissonance in my feeling, in my thought, that they not matching? I'm not in coherence. Something is not in a line, for you to do it. So it's a feedback loop, not so much as failure, not so much as I messed up. You don't mess up here. It's not messing up. It's either learning, feedback, or growing. Almost. It's just that simple. You either learn from it, or it's feedback to work on something, or you done grew past it. So, but that's not, the perception of failing and it's not working, you can get that out your head. Ain't nobody failing here. We learning. We're understanding. And as we learn and understand, it might be some challenges. It might be things that we might not get right off. You're like in school, you might say like, man, I don't get it. But then the next day you're like, oh, that shit clicked. I got it now. Sort of, you know what I'm saying? As you learning, you're not failing. It's not that it's not working. It's maybe you don't have the patience for it to work. That's another big thing. Patience is very, very, very big. I can say this. It didn't take you overnight to create this life that you don't like. It ain't going to be overnight to create the life you do like. But it'll happen faster because you created that life unconsciously. Now you're creating this life consciously. You're using these invisible forces that you didn't know that was working back then and using them to expedite this new life that you want. So you take all the tools and stuff that you used unawareingly to create this life, and now you say, I know how I did that. I know it was all this and this that created that life. Let me take these tools, same thing, and create this new life. Let me take the same energy, the same concentrated attention that I put on this crazy shit that I've created and use it in a positive way and create this life. Hello, world.